What's going on, everybody? I appreciate all of you that are here already, but just figured we'd chop it up for a little bit. It's been a little bit since I did a live stream. I appreciate those of you, a couple guys that were sitting here waiting for us to go live. Just random updates and things like that. But we'll wait for a few more people to jump in before we really dive into the few little housekeeping items that I wanted to discuss. Let's see. What's up, fellas? Let's get it in. Jackson, Mississippi. All right. What's going on? Antonio, we've got a few people jumping in, so I'll wait a few more minutes. We'll chop it up. For those of you that are in here already, what is your sin of the day? I would be remiss being a fragrance channel if we didn't ask what everybody's wearing, Jared, what's going on? Carl, we got a bunch of very familiar names in here. What's everybody wearing? I myself am wearing Xerjoff Mephisto, and right after I sprayed it, I went to talk to my wife about something to let her know I was going to go live. She's like, "Oh, you smell really good. What are you wearing?" So she's a big fan of this style scent profile. She reacts the same way when I wear a Sillage from Armoff. She reacts the same way if I wear my decant of Silver Mountain Water. She just loves that scent profile. Cliffy, what's going on? Glad to have made it to one of these. Work has been crazy. Lots of last minute exterior painting being sold. I'm glad you could be here, Jonathan. Appreciate you, man. Sin of Peace. Okay, that's a good one. Chrome Legend. Shout outs from Miami wearing Kobe. We got a couple good ones here. Sorry if I missed a few. Everybody's starting to jump in. We're around 60 people real quick and fast. I appreciate that. Just a random impromptu midday live stream as I usually do. No real planning. And like I said, a couple housekeeping things I want to discuss with you guys real quick. What's up? Checking in from Denver. We're in Summer Vibes 4.0. Nice, because we've still had some abnormally warm weather for this time of year for the most part. There's some days where I can get away with the fall fragrances that are a little heavier and it's not too much. But yeah, you can still pull out the tropical stuff for sure. Like I said, I'm wearing Mephisto today. It's metallic citrus, Profumo, never can go wrong right there. Or a Fresh, you damn sure can't go wrong there. That's a great one, man. I've heard, I haven't looked around, but I've had a few people tell me it's getting easier to find and cheaper. So if that starts, hovering in the 20 some odd dollar range, that's a great pickup for a lot of people that want, Versace Mano Fresh, but longer lasting. Lewis, what's going on, man? I've been catching you in every live stream I've been running around. What's going on, Dino? Hashable Regatta Intense. All right, I'm getting behind really fast. Curve Black. What am I missing? Anything good? Nothing yet. We haven't really started getting down to anything. I think pre-orders started today is what it was. Yeah, October 3rd. Yeah, pre-orders started today. So I'm not sure the shipping date. I'm sure at some point in this month in October, but it's still 88 and up there out in California. Jeremiah, what's going on? Uh-oh. Got our first super chat. Blake for $1.99. What's going on? Send of the day, Prada Luna Rosa Carbon. I haven't wore that in some time. It's been a little while since I wore that. I might need to reach for that here in the next, because I haven't really planned out my week too much outside of tomorrow. The next 2 days, fragrances I'd like to wear because it's going to be a little bit milder is Ferrari Leather Essence. And I haven't wore Bergdorf Goodman from Raj Parfums in a really long time. I'd like to wear that, but it might be too heavy. It depends. I'm got to find the right cooler day to slide that one in the rotation because it's pretty dense and heavy fragrance. Cartoon Kid, Blue de Chanel EDP, another one you can never go wrong with. But thank you for the super chat, Blake. Michael Longy, no comment. Just wanted to drop a $2 super chat. I sure appreciate you, my man. Thank you so much. I appreciate all 70 of you that are here. So let's see. It was dumb last minute reach. Hey, that kind of stuff works. Kareem is in the house. My favorite Swiss. Kareem, thank you for joining us, my man. What are you wearing today? Let us know down in the comments. Your buddy O de Gerino, I think that's how you say it. I was talking to him last night, and he had nothing but wonderful things to say about you, as does everyone that gets to know you. Let's see. Iris and tobacco in one fragrance. I don't really know of any iris tobaccos. Nothing comes to mind. Wonder how that would smell. I don't know. Nothing comes to mind. Maybe something will hit me randomly. Sorry, I don't have an answer for you. If you're looking for one fragrance that features both prominently, I can't think of anything specifically. review. What's going on, my man? We're up to 82. It's jumping up pretty quick. So making you blush, Kareem. That's, hey, man, the truth is the truth, you know? Like your videos. I appreciate that. So just a couple things that I wanted to touch on. First and foremost, thank you so much to everybody that has pre-ordered almost completely blind with just note breakdowns and stories, really, on the 3 new Zed Creator fragrances. I do appreciate all of you. Quite a bit of blind pre-orders right away. I wanted to let you guys know to make sure to have notifications turned on to all 3 channels. This channel, Justin's channel, as well as Curly Scent's channel. I'll have all 3, the other 2 channels linked below. I'll add that after we finish this stream, and I'll add that to description, because make sure to have notifications on. I can't really say exactly what day the individual videos are coming. There will be premieres, so you guys will have, it won't just be shop drop like the video we did the other day where it's just out of the blue. We dropped a video in every channel. You guys will have a little bit of a heads up. So if you have notifications turned on, you'll be alerted when those premieres pop up, and it's going to be much sooner than later. I just can't say exactly what day, but it is coming up, and you'll get to see these gorgeous, elevated, like I said on Joey Canoli's stream recently, minimum 2 tiers above what we did last time. The packaging, the storytelling, it's outrageous. For those of you that saw my Sin of the Day post yesterday, I did wear Evening Mystique, and I did use, this is actually not the cap that's directly off the bottle. This was the prototype cap initially, but it is the same as the production. This is called Purple Red. It creates this gorgeous burgundy that we wanted to create for Evening Mystique. It's the same color that's in the font. This is the main color to the color scheme. Wish it would focus better. There we go. So Justin, for those of you that follow Justin, you can see the top of his bottle in his post, and his is a mirror finished chrome. It's absolutely stunning. These caps kind of set the theme for you guys. So definitely some great storytelling here, continuing the story for all 3 fragrances. This is storytelling at its finest, in my humble opinion, of course. I continued my story. Justin continued his. Andrea and Anthony continued theirs. So Miss Jared's. Jared, $5. Catch hashtag Zed Creator Live dropped 5. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much, Jared. Jared's a huge supporter of the channel. Jarino's a good one. Yes, he did. Yes, he is. Aqua Cinziali Blue. I wore that. I want to say last week I wore that. Killian Love, don't be shy. I want to smell business over pleasure. Well, unfortunately, that fragrance is no longer in production. It sold out last year, and it's a one-run thing, as with these. Once these come out and sell out, that's it. They're gone. The beautiful thing is this time around, they're 4-ounce bottles. You know, at $160, it's only $45 more for double the amount of juice this time. Everything's elevated across the board. When you guys actually see even before you guys get to smell it, when you see what you're getting for $160, you're gonna see what type of value this is, and it would definitely be a higher price point from a lot of brands for what's coming out for $160 from us. Never heard of that fragrance, Clifton, but there you go. There's a recommendation. Congrats on the new fragrance. Thank you so much, my man. Michael Longy, another $2 super chat, man. Thank you so much. Polo Modern Reserve. I have never smelled that before. I have Supreme Leather. I know that's not the same line, but speaking of the more reserve line of the Polo fragrances, I still want to get Supreme Leather. I've procrastinated for so long getting that. I need to get it. Scott's in the house. Scott Fontaine, I appreciate you, my man. Those of you into fitness, check out what's the IG specifically? I forgot. A 504 Grind. Yeah, 504 Grind on Instagram. Check out Scott's fitness content. That's one thing I wanted to discuss with you guys, the fitness content. Speaking of, so I had a lot of people, every time I do these fitness related videos of some sort, just a little something. It's never really vlog style or anything. Most of the comments is yes, do more of this. There's a few people that complain that are just only want me doing fragrance on my review channel. So I'm moving stuff like that. I actually filmed a vlog pre, during, post-workout meal, everything I'm going to edit that's going live. Uploads are going to be Tuesday and Thursday on the TG Retro Style channel. That is top of the description for those of you that aren't subscribed to my other channel. I haven't been doing much content on that channel. It's kind of just a hobby thing. I do some thrifting on there, some motorcycle content. me playing, you know, doing live streams or split screens, playing certain games, fighting games, Madden, and so on. So if any of that type of content interests you, make sure to check out that channel, subscribe. Love the color. Yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful color. It was the burgundy I was looking for. It was perfect. There was a few different hues that we were looking at, Pantone colors, and that was the one. Oceania is my next purchase. It's expensive, but I'm excited. That's one of the most easygoing fragrances I've ever smelled in the niche market, and it's definitely, I think anyways, the most easygoing, easy to wear of the Roger Parfums fragrances. Cap is fire. I appreciate that. Thank you, man. She uses orris root in everything. Okay, there you go. Totally looking forward. Zed Creators are the only fragrances worth blind buying. You three didn't disappoint last time, and I'm sure you'll do great again. I appreciate that, Kareem. It's I can't imagine anybody not enjoying these. Another diverse collection that all suit a different purpose. I mean, you can wear anything you want for anything, obviously, but there's a lot of variety here, and mine is definitely a scent profile that I think a lot of people aren't expecting from me, but then again, some may, because the story here, I'll wait to get into the video, but the story here is a continuation. The plan for this story was always, I didn't know if we'd get to do it a second time, but I always knew what I'd want to do if I got to continue the story. I've said that many times in these live streams. Those of you who've been paying attention, you've been hearing me talk about this fragrance for over a year. So I'm pretty excited about it, guys. I can't complain. Brian, what's going on, my man? Glad to see you. Glad you could pop in. You can get BOP in the UK. The other, Chris still has like 2 bottles or 3 bottles or something like that. Yeah, from Luxe Parfum. Yeah, that's like the only bottles for sale of Business Over Pleasure. It's like 2. He's got like 2 or 3, I think is what it is. Might be 5, but I think it's 3 bottles he has. H24 EDP. Don't tell me anything. I plan on blind buying that one. I don't want to know it. I've been avoiding posts about it. I haven't watched Justin talk about it. I don't want to hear nothing. I want to go in completely blind because I just know I'm going to like it. Sauvage Elixir. Of course, you can never go wrong with that, Brian. Hope you're good, my man. Hot review with the big super chat. $20. Ah, man. Thank you, man. Seriously. Hardest working man on YouTube. Thanks for all the recommendations. I appreciate you. I wouldn't sit here and call myself the hardest working man on YouTube, but I damn sure enjoy making content. You know, while I'm at the gym, I make stuff, random content, you know, might do certain supersets and, you know, certain still images and things like that all the time for my fitness IG. So it just makes sense. I've had more and more requests to continue to do that because, you know, my fitness journey is important to me. And while I'm in no way, shape, or form just shredded or anything like that, obviously there's a big difference from what I looked like 2 years ago and the progression throughout this last 2 years. January will make 2 years that I've been pretty hard at it. Fragrance Fight Night in the house. My man, what's going on? But I greatly, greatly appreciate the large super chat, Alan. Thank you very much, man. 160, wowee. Bulgari Man in Black, fall classic, modern classic for sure. A little worried about Coconut and Andreas fragrance, but worth a try. I will not speak on either one of their fragrances until they speak on them publicly. So as much as I would like to offer some information about that, I can't. That would not be fair of me. I would never do that to those guys and take that away from them. The only stuff I can really talk about is what's already public. You know what I mean? I can't really go too much into everything. And obviously we're doing a little tease here and there. That's why I showed the cap. You know, Justin showed his cap as well. Those of you following the TLTG Reviews IG account, the little double masks, that's actually on the box. That's a little tease, a little piece of the front of the box. Kind of ties everything in. So you'll see a little bit. Make sure you're following everybody on IG for sure. That's where most of the little teases leading up to the individual videos will be. West Coast launch party at Door Fragrance. I don't know if I would call it a launch party, but there's a possibility. We have had that discussion. It's funny that you say that, Alan, because we talked about, should we go somewhere and do something for this? And it was actually my idea. I said, well, we do have a lot of friends over in California that can come to Glendale like last time. Door Prestige is a California home for Zaharoff. So it would just make sense. There's nothing's inked or set in stone or anything, but it's possible. It's been mentioned. You know, funny you say that. Dan's in the house. That man is all over the place. Dan, you've been traveling all over. It looks like you've been having fun the last couple of weeks, man. Hockey, what's going on, my man? Nice. Fitness is important. I agree. 120 ml. So it's cheaper than oh yeah. Oh yeah. And this is higher quality than Elixir. I mean, this is oils curated at Mon. You know, they're one of the top flavor houses in the world. Claude perfumed my fragrance for me once again. Love working with Claude. Love. I've said in some other live streams recently that I've gotten to a point with Claude to where he gets me, kind of like he does with George, where I can just have a few conversations and we don't need to write a brief. He understands where I want to go, what I'd like to do, the notes I would like to include to create certain accords. And he made some magic for me again. He absolutely did. So thankful. I think this time around, I might see about scheduling something with Claude, do a live stream with Claude, so you can kind of dive into his creative process. Cause that man is, you know, I'm very talkative, no secret. I've said this before. When I talk to Claude, I don't talk near as much. I shut up, 2 ears, 1 mouth kind of thing, where I listen, because he likes to talk too. He's very chatty, but he's got a lot of good information to give out for sure. Appreciate all 83 of you. How many likes? We got 28 likes. Oh, that is criminal for 83 people. Come on, guys. Hit that thumbs up if you're enjoying the conversation. Joey's in the house. What's going on, my man? Drop a 69. If you're part of the Mafia, any Mafia members in here? Let's see. Have you tried Boss? I'm assuming you mean Boss the Scent Parfum. If so, I did a review on it a couple of years ago. And the Le Parfum Boss the Scent that came out recently is the exact same fragrance. That's why I didn't even get it. Love your suggestion. The Mike's Triton. Yeah, it's right here. It's a really good alternative. It's not the exact same experience as having Oceania. Oceania is the bet. It's if you want that experience, you need to get Oceania. I understand it's a night and day difference in pricing, but Mike did a really good job replicating the scent profile. It just doesn't have the airiness and the brightness of the original because this is a higher oil concentration. But as far as the actual scent profile and character, he definitely nailed it. Coach for Men. That's what I'm talking about. I need to check out I need to get the new Coach Open Road RXL. Shout out to Rick if you happen to see this. He even changed his logo to the bottle. He said he don't even know what kind of performance he's getting because he keeps refreshing every couple of hours because he just loves it so much. On average, Joe in the house. Let's see. BOP Alfredo. What's going on, my man? Speaking of my friends in California. There we go. Cliffy. Coconut isn't always. No. Not this isn't a Virgin Island water style fragrance for sure. You can tell by the note breakdown. It's definitely not along those lines. If it's only a couple, I might get those soon. I've got 4. I'm missing part of that conversation. I'm getting behind, so I'm going to skip ahead a little bit. Oh, so you went ahead and got a scent finally. See, Brian, I went to 3 different Sephoras and they did not have it. Did not, how you and I discussed doing that on a live stream. I went to all 3 Sephoras in the area. None of them had it. None of them even had the EDT, let alone the EDP. So that's why I said I'm just screwed. I'm just going to blind buy it. Mind, body, and soul. It all ties in. Absolutely. I saw your new fragrance has iris and incense. Also has olibanum. So it's not just incense. So it has the resinous version, the resinous take, because olibanum can come across very incensey as well. There's myrrh, there's orchinox, which is in the ambroxan ambergris synthetic family. It is a synthetic oil, obviously, the orchinox exclusive to Mon. It is a Mon curated oil. It adds a little bit of this slightly aromatic and not really soapy or salty, but it adds a little bit of an aromatic tone because when you get into the dry down the evening mystique, the patchouli really comes out and it's a creamy, clean type of patchouli. So you get a lot of transitions. I'll discuss more in the individual video for sure. I don't want to talk about too much here, but I want to let you guys' minds wander a little bit on what exactly is going to be dominant and what accords are created with that note breakdown when you guys see the note breakdown for sure. RS, what's going on, my man? Mr. Gerald, how are you, sir? Blake, hit me with another super chat. I appreciate it, man. $1.99. Too early to say who put the best flanker out. I wouldn't call one better than the other. I definitely wouldn't. I do anticipate I do anticipate people really enjoying Evening Mystique, though, because, like I said, business over pleasure was exactly what I wanted. For better or for worse, for other people's taste, it's exactly what I wanted. It's a great fragrance. It serves its purpose absolutely perfect. I don't care what anybody says. It's one of the best office appropriate scents ever made because it's exactly what my goal was. It's not supposed to be loud and in your face. Skin chemistry dictates how long it's going to last. I've always gotten pretty good longevity. I know a bunch of people that get great longevity, but there's some that didn't get so much. But then again, I've had people tell me over time with maceration, it's gotten deeper and richer, which I can attest to with my bottles as well. And they get better performance now. So it all depends. Quality oils age like a fine wine, like my buddy Christian over at Argos has mentioned in live streams with me in the past. He's absolutely right. Quality oils just get better and better and better. And that's pretty much the case with business over pleasure, the Siren, Brass, and Soul. They just get better with time. They smell better now than they did when they launched. They last longer now than they did when they launched. They're louder and so on. Like I said, aging like a fine wine. Kyle, what's going on, my man? $2 super chat. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Brother Ross, congrats. Thank you, Gerald. Thank you, man. Niche quality, designer price. That's exactly right. It's George's whole motto for his brand is affordable luxury, because there is no difference. You can't get you can't go to a higher quality oil than what's used from Mon through Zaharoff. So it's the same quality of oils of all the top tier, crazy expensive luxury niche brands. It's just not the same price point, you know. Door Prestige is a great place. Good people there. I had a good time there with Clifton, you, George, and the people I met there. It was a good time. It was a very good time, and we will do that again, whether it's upcoming in the next few months relating to the Z Creator launch or just something that happens in the near future. I'm sure we'll go back for one thing or another, at least me and George, because we love Joe and Adita. We loved hanging out with you guys. It's really the only time I get to see you and Clifton. And then Lawrence is out there. And I mean, it's just a bunch of great people that were out. Sancho's out there. A lot of really, really good people. Live stream with Claude would be awesome. I haven't talked to him about it. He told me he was open to it. We talked about it a few months ago because I debated on doing it last go around with Business Over Pleasure, and the scheduling didn't really work out for him. He was very busy back and forth from France to Arizona to New York. But this time around, he said, we'll make it work. So at some point in the near future, I'm probably going to have Claude on for a live stream. And like I said, it won't just be about Evening Mystique. We'll talk a little bit about that, obviously, but it'll be more about a feature for him because, you know, that man is, in our world of this hobby that we love, that man is brilliant. That man is absolutely brilliant. Paige is in the house. Yeah, Joe's right. Like the stream. 58 likes, 90 people. That ratio, it's not quite there, guys. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up. I appreciate it. Share it. Let somebody know that you think would enjoy the stream. We got some Cannoli Mafia love, a couple of 69s down in the chat. I'm getting very behind. I wouldn't be surprised if George continues doing the Z creations. I really hope so. These fragrances are rare gems among all the crap designer stuff who milks the same fragrance. Interesting. Artisan Tobacco. There you go. There you go. That's the beauty about community. If one doesn't have the answer, somebody else probably will, you know. None of my Sephora's did either, so I scooped it while I was in Texas. See, I didn't have time when I was in Louisiana like we had discussed, so when I got home, I was like, let me hurry up and go, and that's why I messaged you like, man, I can't find it. We're going to have to wait. I can't find a damn sample anywhere. Sucker for incense, one of my favorite notes for sure. Me as well. I like smoky fragrances this time of year. I like smoky, spicy, iris. All of that is in this fragrance. All of that, and a lot of resins. A lot of resins. It's creamy. It's dark. It's rich. Whew, man, I can't wait for you guys to experience it. For my BOP is like wearing Prodalome. Perfect office scent. However, I like yours more. I appreciate that because, yeah, Prodalome's clearly a much more soapy fragrance than this is. This is more of creamy, woody, a little bit of fresh spice going on, which you get fresh spice out of Prodalome too, but it's much more creamy and woody, and then there's that smoky nuance in the dry down because of the Gaiac wood. Gaiac wood definitely provided that nice little hit of that particular darker nuance in the base that kept it from just being creamy and clean in the backdrop. I wanted to add something a little bit different that kind of resembled, because that was one of the notes I requested he work with was Gaiac wood. It symbolizes kind of the end of your workday, going into the evening. It's that darker nuance to the fragrance. All right, I am. Yeah, like Joey said, like it up for sure. 66, we're getting there. We're getting there. We got 90 people watching. I appreciate all of you for a midday live stream on a Monday. You guys are a damn good crowd. 90 people at, on my time, 3:55 on a Monday, when I just gave you guys a 30 minutes heads up that I was doing this. I appreciate all of you, seriously. Let's see. I had to get Business Over Pleasure used on eBay. This time I pre-ordered. Yeah, I hate that it's these crazy resale prices. The resale market, I am not a fan of in any market, any particular niche, because I deal with that with hats. Of course, the shoe market's been like that for years now, and so on. When stuff sells out, people command these crazy prices that buy them to sell them, that don't even buy it for the artistry of it, or they're not even necessarily really into it. But I created a new fragrance group a long time ago. Well, not a long time ago, but earlier this year. TLTG Reviews Hobby Shop. Yeah, TLTG Reviews Fragrance Lounge no longer exists. TLTG Reviews Hobby Shop, where it's more than just fragrance, but still centered around fragrance. That group is available on Facebook. Slightly. This time of year, I prefer the intense. The warmer months, definitely the original. But if I just had to pick one, it's going to be the original. It's really hard to beat, but the intense is damn good. Honestly, if performance is like number one, like it is for a lot of people, the intense is the way to go. But if the experience and the scent is number one, the original narrowly beats out the intense for me because of the additional freshness, What spice notes does Eros Flame have in it? I don't have Eros Flame, so I don't know off the top of my head. He did do Lacoste Pour Homme. He did Banana Republic Oud Mosaic as well, as far as some of these cheaper designers. He's done a bunch of Amarud fragrances as far as niche. He's did the Kim Kardashian fragrances. He's done all kinds of stuff across the board, from stuff that you can find cheap to, higher end luxury fragrances. He's done the entirety of the Zaharoff offerings from back in 97 to now, minus Andrea and Justin's 2 fragrances last time and this time. He's made both of my fragrances, and he's made all of George's fragrances. Sound of the Brave. Never tried that one. I've never tried that one. Big fan of Only the Brave. I've only worn Only the Brave High one time. Only the Brave Tattoo. Big fan of that one as well. That's very good. Spirit of the Brave. Again, very good. If you want to hear a funny review, go to the I Am Joey Cannoli channel. Type in I Am Joey Cannoli Spirit of the Brave if you want to hear a funny review on that particular fragrance for sure. Eros Flame Pink Pepper. There's a real possibility. I mean, I can look it up real quick if you guys want. Eros Flame. Fresh, spicy, warm, spicy. So they have black pepper listed. And rosemary, that's a good fresh spicy green note. So the only spices I really see, and oak moss could provide a little bit of spice, but yeah, pepper. Fragrantica has it listed in the top and the mid. I don't know if that's actually the case, but yeah, there's some pepper in there. As the YSL Blue Electrique. I wish it was still readily available in the States for a lot more people to get. When Macy's kind of ran this crazy sale on those 2-ounce bottles last year, I jumped on it like so many others did. Very happy to have it. It's much more lavender heavy than original La Nuit de l'Homme, but it performs better. It's a richer scent than La Nuit de l'Homme for sure. I have not tried that one. I've never tried that one, unfortunately. Have you tried Wella V Show? No, I have not. So at the beginning, I was talking about some updates for the Z Creator stuff on when to have notifications turned on and checking the IG accounts. And then also about the fitness vlogs moving forward on my other channel, the TG Retro Style channel. That was the channel updates. Now we're just chopping it up, talking about whatever, So yeah, anybody that didn't see, just scroll back. Scroll back. Burger Mask. I know you're a big fan of that one, Clifton. Spice Bomb Extreme. You definitely can't go there. Only good stuff. Oh yeah, only good stuff. Yeah, just good stuff. Stuff that I'm moving the fitness content and expanding it, really. It's more vlog style now. Multiple angles using my GoPro and my phone at the gym. Post-workout meal, like today was Chipotle. that's the thing. For those of you that are going to watch those videos, the most talkative portions, the beginning and the end of the video, with the kind of montage stuff throughout as far as sets and exercises and stuff like that at the gym. Bad Boy Cobalt. I haven't tried that one. Thanks for schooling me on newfound love for fragrances. Ross just got Citra Poise. Oh, man. Like we were just talking about a minute ago, you cannot go wrong with that. Just got anxiety. I can't help it. No, if it was something serious, you would have heard about it. You would have heard about it on IG from me. Save money, get Ted Lapidus Poker Face at this point. Vintage Lanawita Blue Electrique. Those of you not familiar with Unaverage Joe's channel, you should get familiar with it, first and foremost. Secondly, he has been talking about this fragrance a lot lately. Right around $20, right, Joe? Basically a stronger Lanawita Cologne, like a dead ringer for it, from what I understand. Spice Bomb or Spice Bomb Infrared? That's tough. That's tough because I love both. I've been talking about the original a lot more lately. I mean, this was featured in today's video. Gun to my head, I probably got to stick with the original. I mean, of all of them, I think if I could only keep one, I would keep the original. As much as I like Night Vision, EDP, Extreme, Infrared, I love the line as a whole. I'm sad they didn't release a flanker this year. I mean, they still have time, but they didn't release a flanker this year. No matter what it is, I'm going to get it because I love everything Victor and Rolf does in the Spice Bomb line, even Night Vision EDT. I love every release they've put out. So I blind buy as soon as they release them in the US. I've done that for the last 2 releases for sure. Might have been the last 3. Last 2 releases for sure, though. Night Vision, EDP, and Infrared. I just blind bought them the first day or 2 that it was live in the US. Good stuff. Yep, $23. There you go. There you go. Thoughts on Chris Collins? I only tried Oud Galore last time I was in Chicago. Well, second to last time I was in Chicago when we were all there together and we filmed the video that we just put out of the group. Justin had it with him and I sprayed it on my arm. It is, man, loud, classy oud. It's loud, but it's very classy. It's got a very elegant approach to oud. I understand now why he praises that fragrance. He brought it so I could check it out. I had that on this arm, and then Andrea sprayed Nishane Neff's on this arm. Neff's overpowered Oud Galore, but on the flight home a few hours later, that's all I could smell. I would get random whiffs of both. I had nobody complained, so I'm guessing they were enjoying the aromas, the people next to me on the plane, but I was definitely enjoying my flight as far as what I could smell. What's your favorite workout? I don't have a favorite workout. Today was arm day. Tomorrow's leg day. And then the following day will be chest day. I took a day off yesterday. I had a rest day. It was shoulders and traps the day before. So I just enjoy working out. I just enjoy doing it, going through the motions and getting a pump and all that good stuff. I don't have a specific favorite workout. As far as favorite workout fragrance lately, it's been Kenneth Cole Blue, but my all-time is First Instinct Blue from Abercrombie & Fitch. That's my all-time favorite gym scent. But I do a gym fragrance rotation monthly now. I just put that out like 2 days ago. Have you tried any other reviewer's fragrance? You really, that doesn't make sense then. I've tried several different ones. Mega Dave's releases, I got Fragmental's release, and so on. I never really feel good about the Pelicans. We're always just a mediocre to slightly better than that team. We're not winning any championships, not anytime soon. And then Zion can never seem to stay healthy. Brandon Ingram was a nice pickup for us, though. I'm so glad we got him in that trade with the Lakers. Momo Legend EDT or This Is Him from Zadig and Voltaire. I would go with This Is Him. That's definitely a better fragrance all around. Performance is better. The quality is better. The scent profile is better. Just better. And it's not much more expensive than getting Legend EDT. 102 in the house. I appreciate that, guys. The number of people watching has climbed. I greatly appreciate that. So for those of you that I guess have just joined, I guess I'll recap on the channel updates. Make sure you have notifications turned on for my channel, for Justin's channel, and for Andrea's channel, because individual videos are coming very, very soon. I can't say what day, but you guys will have a heads up. They will be premieres like we did last year. staggered. And that way you guys have a little bit of time to, set the reminder or whatever so you can watch them live with us. We'll all be in the chat for all 3 videos like we did last year. Just if you got notifications on, you'll know when they're coming for sure. And then for those of you that didn't see my Sin of the Day post yesterday, this is the cap for Evening Mystique. Wish it would focus. That would just be peachy. There we go. It's called Purple Red. Is the actual color code. It's a deep, rich burgundy that I wanted. And then Justin happened to post a little teaser with his mirror finished chrome cap, which ties into his story and theme. And this ties into my story and theme. So just make sure you're following us on all the IG accounts, because that's the main places that we're dropping these little teasers leading up to these individual videos. I don't know why I was drawing a blank for the word videos. And then the other channel update is I've had a lot of people that tell me do more. Every time I do these little clips and little superset videos and stuff like that, as far as fitness related content, the majority is please do more of this. The few that only want me talking about fragrance on this channel, on my review channel, they complain. So I don't really use my other channel much unless I'm in the mood to record me playing a game. I haven't been thrifting much. So it's like, why don't I do that? So Tuesdays and Thursdays will be uploads, fitness vlogs that pre-workout, before I head out to the gym, montage and inter-workout commentary, post-workout meal, conversation, and so on. So vlog style, day in the life kind of stuff. First episode's going to be tomorrow. I'm going to edit that in a little while. I got a lot of footage between my cell phone and my GoPro to clip and edit and make montages and all that good stuff. So I'll premiere those. Since it's just going to be 2 uploads a week, I'll premiere each one of those every time the night before. But make sure you subscribe to TG Retro Style if any of that content excites you or interests you in any way. Link in the top of the description of this particular live stream video if you're not subscribed to TG Retro Style. I think we'll see an infrared flanker this year. All the other L'Oreal brands have flankered their existing lines except Line of Wheat Alone. I think they'll release a Spice Bomb flanker for Christmas. I'd be down for that. The rack stores have been abysmal for the most part. Burlington's been stocked up with a lot of Banana Republic fragrances lately. So if you've been looking for tobacco and tonka bean, dark cherry and amber, I've seen Metal Rain. So a lot of those, that's kind of the good stuff that I've seen that I already have. So check your Burlingtons if you've been looking for stuff like that. Something classy like Acqua di Gio Profumo. I missed what led up to that. Chris Collins has some bangers. Anyone here like Oud for Glory? Line in general, some great ones in his collection. Oud for Glory is really good, but this other one, Harlem Nights, is my personal favorite. It's so damn sexy. I have to try the line. I definitely have to try the line. Oh, speak of the devil. Speak of the devil. I was just talking about you earlier. Is the Fragrance Apprentice a hobbit? Looks like a human being to me. Shout out to George, even though he likes to take these little bullshit shots at me in his videos from time to time. I don't have no ill will. I understand. It's all good if that's how he wants to feel. But I like George. I always did like George. His content's very creative. Rick's in the house. Sweet Tobacco is killer from Chris Collins. Never tried that. Here now. Sorry I'm late. I'm wearing Womo Casual Life. Man, you got to get on the Pels this year. I like them a lot. Lots of established teams on the wrong side of the aging curve. Pels are young and coming together. They're good, but I mean, I don't see them beating a healthy Lakers. I don't see them beating a healthy Phoenix Suns. I don't see them beating a healthy Boston Celtics or Milwaukee Bucks, Golden State Warriors. I mean, there's just so many teams I can name that I don't see us beating in a 7-game series when it matters. You know, that's the downside. We might win a game or two, but not a series. Not against teams like that. Hell, even Denver, that's a crazy hard team to beat in a 7-game series. You know, there's a lot. Like I said, I just rattled off a few that hands down are better playoff teams than us. Regular season's one thing. Playoffs is where it matters, you know. I'm getting very behind. Blue's my favorite color. Burgundy is my wife's. I have to pick up your new fragrance. Appreciate you, Alfredo. Let's see. I have not. I've had a bunch of people tell me I would like that. I believe it's a Fougere. Correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't looked at the notes in a really long time. Let's see. Looking stacked lately, Ross. I mean, I'm getting there. I'm a little bloated right now. So I have trouble processing dairy products, lactose issues, if you will. And 2 days ago, my wife made some chocolate chip pancakes that were full of milk chocolate chips. I mean, it was like chocolate chips with a little bit of pancake batter is the best way I can describe it. So with that being said, a lot of milk in those. Now I'm bloated, holding water for like 2 or 3 days. And it's been 2 days. I ate one yesterday too. So I'm very bloated today. Like when I was working out earlier, I wasn't quite as vascular as I normally am, holding a lot of water retention. So shame on me, but hey, you got to live life a little bit, right? Just started carb cycling again in the last couple of days, and that was a high carb day. So and then yesterday was a low carb day, but that was the only real carbs I had. So, but it was shitty carbs. That's the downside. Genre Parfums. Devin puts out some really good stuff. That is for sure. I didn't know you had a YouTube channel dedicated to fitness. I knew you had the personal IG with fitness. That's kind of my hobby channel. If you click on this channel, the main page, you see the other channels, which I've never really got the podcast channel off and running. I don't have the time because I do so much on this channel. Now I'm adding more content to that channel. It can be a lot sometimes, to really balance doing all of the content for these channels. I'm definitely adding more to my plate, but it's stuff that I do already. Just got to add a little bit of extra filming too, basically. So that's where it makes sense. 1 million elixir for sure. I tried that. I like that one. Platinum's nice, but 1 million elixir is better. I definitely like that. Is it true you don't like anymore? You might want to complete that sentence or that question, big man. I don't know what you're asking me if I don't like anymore. I have no idea. What's your caloric intake? For a while, I was doing 1,800 calories a day. Then for the last couple of months, I've been kind of eating in a surplus around 2,500 to 3,000. And then now I'm going back down to like 1,900 to 2,000 is kind of the goal every day. But some days it'll be a little more because I'm now carb cycling. So on my high carb days, it's going to be over 2,000 calories. But on my low carb days, it's going to be much lower than 1,900. It's probably going to be 1,600 calories. So it's going to balance out. So I'm doing 1 day high, 2 days low until I can kind of curve some of the snacking, the sweet tooth and everything, because that's the hard part for me late at night. During the day, I can eat clean all day long. It's late in the evenings when I'm bored sitting around editing the videos and such. So it's one of those things where it'll be 1 day high, 2 days low until I can kind of get that in check. Then it'll be 1 day high, 3 days low. And that's when I'll really be able to cut some more weight off. Instead of just calories in, calories out like I was doing. I haven't carb cycled in a really long time. And that in the past has been effective for me in years past when I used to take the gym serious. So I'm just starting to carb cycle right now. New Harlem. I'm excited. Not hearing anyone talk about it yet. I haven't tried that. Down for a podcast in the future. Well, it's always entertaining when you're on screen, Joey. That's for sure. I've tried. Honey is weird for me. Sometimes I love it. Not a huge fan. All depends on what it's blend. No, the cost of living just continues to climb. It's lost its luster. The honeymoon phase is over with Colorado. We were bright-eyed and bushy-tailed the first 6 months to a year we were here. Second year, it's, a lot of people suck here. This Midwest people are not the same as people from the South. And I'm not saying it's everybody. I've met a lot of great people here. I got a couple of buddies at the gym, a couple of buddies that are right up the road in Denver, a few that are down in Pueblo. There's good people out here. I'm not saying it's everybody, but more so it's not the same. The whole Southern hospitality thing that I've been around my whole life is not here. Typically, to be honest with you, the people that I'm friends with aren't from here. Go figure. They're not from here. Cost of living's outrageous. It's continuing to get outrageous. The rent where we're at went up twice before we re-signed. We re-signed for 15 months because we knew it would go up again. And it's, for people coming in right now, it's $600 more a month than we're paying right now. And then by the time my lease rolls up around March, it's probably going to be even more than that. And trust me, this 2-bedroom apartment is not worth that. It is not. It's the cost of living is outrageous here. So we're heading back down south. You know what I mean? We gave the mountains 2 years. Wife wanted to be closer to her dad and everything. We spent a lot of time with them, but We're ready to go back down south. We know we love Texas. We can always go to Texas. But we're like, why not try the beach? We gave the mountains 2 years. We were in Texas for 4. We know we like that. This was a what if. We would always wonder what if we didn't come here. So before we go back to the guarantee of what we like, let's give the beach 2 years up in the Panhandle, Panama City area, Lynn Haven, surrounding areas is where we're looking. Let's give that 2 years. If we don't like it, if it's not for us, we'll just go to Texas. And then within 2 years, 3 years, we'll probably buy a house. That's the thing. We had a house in Louisiana before we moved to Texas, and we kind of bounced around being free agents to see where we really want to settle down, because we didn't want to stay in South Louisiana forever. Love South Louisiana. It's in my heart, but we didn't want to stay there forever. We had aspirations for other things. Legit into a high carb day and trying to neutralize fats. Well, I've cut out red meat. I eat ground turkey, 99% fat-free ground turkey. I eat chicken, chicken tenderloins, obviously white meat chicken. I rarely have red meat anymore. So I've cut a lot of saturated fats out. Cook everything in extra virgin, some expensive extra virgin olive oil. I get plenty of omega-3s. I eat Eggland's best eggs for when I do the whole eggs to go with my egg whites. So enhanced omega-3s. I eat top tier eggs. I get really good fats. So my fats isn't an issue. I take fish oil, all that good stuff. CLA, another conjugal omega. I get good fats. It just comes down to the type of carbs I take in are usually shit. Even though I eat jasmine rice all the time, carrots and so on, I get plenty of multivitamins, all that good stuff. It comes down to the simple sugars. That's my weakness, those simple sugars. Inflation sucks. Yes, it does. You have a link to discount? I do not. I appreciate you wanting to support the channel. I do. But I don't have any associations with alt fragrances as far as affiliate links or discount codes or anything like that. Moved to North Carolina. The wife mentioned that. That was up in the air. I mean, I do like North Carolina. Big Tar Heels fan. Nothing like Southern hospitality except New York where people honk and flip you the bird. It's great. North Carolina, Silicon Valley. I wouldn't move to California if somebody paid me. My brother lives in California too. He lives by the valley. Works for Apple. Absolutely not. California is a place to visit, not to live. For me anyways. Holy crap. All right. Rudy, what's going on, my man? Stop by. Congrats to you and George on the new release. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. Speaking of fitness, follow Time to Musk Up on IG. Rudy's lost around 50 pounds. Man is looking good. He is consistent as shit when it comes to daily cardio and sauna. He's very consistent with his meals. That man is much more disciplined with his diet than I am. Let's see. Pelicans develop good players for bigger teams. That's right. Just like my team, the Jazz. Yeah, that's absolutely right. Moved to New York for a second, realized I missed New Orleans, so moved back. That's a lot. I'm never leaving Texas. I love Texas. I'm still shocked I left. Well, we would have wondered what if. It was a big what if for my wife. That's the main reason we moved. She wanted to come. And it's one of those things where in hindsight, we still needed to do this. It's a bucket list thing to see if it was for us. My in-laws are not getting younger. They're retired. They're older. She wanted to spend some time with them. And it's just not for us as much as she'd like to stay next to them. That she's not happy here. It's mainly my wife is not happy here. She doesn't like it here. She's introverted much more here. She doesn't, I mean, unless we have something going on, she doesn't really like to do a whole lot that doesn't involve an agenda. Like she doesn't like to lollygag. No, we go on our hikes and stuff like that. I say that we have our extracurricular stuff that we do, but it's usually stuff that me and her are doing. It's not like we're in big groups or anything like that. So she doesn't have as much fun here. Like I said, the first year we had fun. This year she's like, I'm homesick. I miss your mom. I want to be closer to your mom again. Sorry, my mom are super tight. They're besties. So Panama City area would be like 5 hours from mom, which is actually a little bit closer than we were when we were in Sugar Land, Texas. So she definitely misses my mom. She misses my mom damn sure more than I miss my mom. Joey Bryan was good. So two things that's largely true, but also Colorado isn't Midwest. It's the West. Too many Midwesterners, Texans, Californians, not enough proper Westerners. I just know I'm not staying. How about that? Rudy, let's see. Plant your flag and send me send for me, Ross. LOL. Same with California. And he's in California, guys. He lives in California. That's where I met Alan. Just can't beat the South. It's the truth. The hospitality, the people, the food, the culture across all the different states, the Gulf Coast in general. Sorry for those of you not in the South that disagree with me. That's how I feel. South Philly, South Jersey have some Southern hospitality. Not sure about South Bronx and South Boston. I've never been to those, so I'm not sure. South is the place to be. Pickles were my saving grace when I was in a cut down to 50 grams of carbs a day. I have the baby gherkins jar full of them, big jar, Mount Olive brand ones, the little baby dills. I like to snack on those too. It's hard though, man. They don't curve the sugar craving. I've got sugar-free Jellos. Like I try my ass off to do sugar-free stuff. It's just not that easy. Cut the red meat for the most part. Eat ground turkey. But I got to season that sucker. Yeah, I can't eat it plain, especially being 99.1, where there's barely any fat, like it sticks to the pot because there's no grease. I have to season it. Some Worcestershire sauce, a little bit of Tony's. I try not to go too high on the sodium. That's another issue. I don't want to go too high on the sodium. Some Worcestershire sauce, minced garlic, onions, a little bit of hot sauce, a little bit of some roasted garlic hot sauce, a couple drops, just a little bit to add some flavor. And then my Uncle David's Cajun Cousins bunkhouse seasoning. Sprinkle some of that in there. That's not real high sodium. Montrese, what's going on, big dog? Let's see. I'm way behind, man. Kyle, what's going on, man? I haven't talked to you in a while. The Arizona for a year, came back to Chicago. Hard to be away from what you know. For sure. That's the biggest thing. Because like I only see my childhood friends, my group, my crew, I only see them once a year, maybe twice a year. Whereas I'll be able to see them a lot more, From Texas, moved my girlfriend to New Mexico. Now we're back to San Antonio, and coming back was the best decision we made. I get it, man. You like what you like, No, I haven't spent any more time with the sample. I'm waiting for a bottle of it to really give it some full awareness. It's amazing, though. He did a good job. Niles did a very good job. I haven't tried those, so I can't comment. I'm from Oklahoma and miss it. I bet, Cliff. I talked to Clifton yesterday. It was good to talk to you, Clifton. We haven't chopped it up in a little while. We talked on the phone for a little while. Like places more natural predators than people. That's fair. Tried Lily's chocolates. They're really good with no sugar. I have not. Is it maltitol though that sweetens it? Because I mean that's basically eating a laxative. That's why I can't do a lot of the sugar-free chocolates. They taste terrible usually, and they have maltitol, and it just runs right through you. It's like a laxative. Texas to Philly, walked in the store, held the door open for a lady, and she called me a pervert. Wow. Complete culture shock. Yeah, wow is all I can keep saying to that. Come on, Ross, cut the sugar and wear sweet fragrances. I'll tell you one thing that does curve the sweet tooth a little bit. Sniffing on these two at night. An average patch and candy corn. Literally fruity candy and then candy corn dipped in vanilla frosting. That's what these two smell like. It's crazy how accurate Mike was with these fragrances. Okay. Yes, sir. No, they use stevia. Okay, I can do those then. They messed up and got you a pervert for opening the door. Yeah, that's kind of wild. But we're just about at the hour mark. I covered everything I wanted to cover, chopped it up with you guys for a little bit. Thank you to everybody that dropped a super chat. I greatly appreciate the channel donations. Thank you to everybody that took time out of their day, all of you watching right now, that took time out of your day to come check me out. Like I said, if you're interested in any of that fitness vlogging content, make sure to subscribe to TG Retro Style. Links in the description. First video comes out tomorrow. After we finish this, I'll probably edit that. Dossier Perfumes video coming out on this channel tomorrow. Don't know what else I'm going to be filming. Check out the Evening Scents video that came out this morning. If you're interested in that content, make sure to give this a big thumbs up before you leave. And I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for coming to check me out. Y'all have a great rest of your day.